Good afternoon. It is Thursday, December 3rd, and this is your daily recap for Biology A. Today, we started filling out that learning tracker. We took yesterday's activity on homeostasis, and we put down what we did and what we learned. If you take a look at this sheet here, you can just pause this video at any time and jot down those notes. These notes are from second hour, but there are some similarities in third and fourth hour as well. After we discussed what we did yesterday, we dove into today's notes. Today's notes that we took were on the parts of a feedback loop, and we demonstrated one. Here are the notes on feedback loops. We discussed our input, sensors, controller, effector, and our output. We went over those items, and we also gave opportunities for the students in the chat room and also by open discussion to see if they can make connections with some of the examples that are given for each of these categories. Feel free to pause in case you want to take, and if you missed anything today from today's class. After we did these notes, we then applied it to a situation where we did an actual loop. The last hour of the day, we actually looked at how a feedback loop would be involved with COVID. So we talked about what would happen if somebody came into a hospital and their blood oxygen levels were low. This usually is an indication that CO2 levels are going to be high. Low oxygen levels, by the way, would be something below 90% in most situations of somebody that would be suffering from COVID. Less than 90%. We walked through the whole loop. What kind of receptor would be sensing this information? What would be going on with the brain? How the person might respond, and ideally what would happen. But as we talked about, there are some problems with COVID in terms of the alveoli and how those things can be clogged or plugged up. We actually use this document here to sort of look at that. And so that was in one of the hours. The other hours looked at I. Okay, so they might have a different feedback loop. Today's assignment is basically take a look at our Google class here. And today's assignment is negative feedback loops. You're going to be given some different situations with feedback loops. You just simply want to take these and then identify what type they are. And then after you do that, you want to build two feedback loops. You can build using the ones that are provided, or you can do some research and create your own. And you insert pictures from your bill into these areas, and then you submit this. And that's today's assignment. Tomorrow there'll be a short quiz, and then we'll get into a lab on homeostasis and try to figure out what's going on with Gabriella. Have a great day, everyone.